welcome to the link this week, and this is a special edition. As we say, we continue giving you information you can use and opportunities. Tonight we are speaking about mental health. Why? Because this month of May globally is a mental health awareness month. COVID helped amplify the issue of mental health at work and everywhere. And tonight we are going to speak about an issue that some people face at work, employers and employees, that concerns you. We're speaking about burnout. You might have heard it and you think, is that mental health? It is. In the studio, my guest is Mrs. Suzan Tashobya from Rapport Counseling, who is going to help us get to grips with this animal called burnout. Suzan, welcome.
Thank you. How are you, Simon?
I'm all right.
Good.
Thank you very much for coming again. You were here last year on the during the same week. Let's take it up because of time. So, Suzan, when I hear the word burnout, what are we talking about?
When we talk about, or when we hear about burnout, it simply talks about physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that people experience and go through on a daily, depending on what is causing the burnout.
Okay.
And this is caused by prolonged stress due to various challenges people are facing at work and also in their life.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's, because of the nature of the program, we are focusing on the workplace. How do I know that I have burnout?
Some of the signs you can look out for is when you feel extremely exhausted to do and perform your normal duties or tasks. When you feel fatigued, there are many times someone wakes up and they don't feel like getting out of bed.
You don't want to go to work.
You don't want to go to work. You even ask yourself, does it matter? Your contribution, is it even recognized? So that discourages someone, and that could be a sign of burnout. Sometimes when there's lack of recognition of your efforts at the workplace, you put in a lot of energy and effort to work, and you consistently see you not being recognized and appreciated. And so sometimes people get burnt out.
So you feel unappreciated.
Unappreciated. Not motivated to move on. Yeah, sometimes it can be due to too much pressure at work. Some workplaces...
Targets.
Yes. Some workplaces have high targets and the pressure is so much. Sometimes the environment in which you're doing your work is disorganized and does not foster, good energy for you to pull through the duties and tasks that you're given. And that causes someone to burn out eventually because they don't feel the energy to move on.
And it has a connection, correct me if I'm wrong, toxic workplaces can cause burnout. Oh yeah. And it's very common at the workplace, especially workplaces where there's a culture of gossip, where someone feels a lot is happening. You hear a lot in the corridor about yourself. Sometimes it's work related, and also burnout, much as we are focusing at the workplace, sometimes it may stem from outside the workplace. So you come from your outside life, like home,
exhausted, and then you have this pressure at work, or that the targets or tasks you have is so much, and when you hear words in the corridor, that creates a difficult environment for you to thrive and be productive at the end of the day.
So, Suzan, does it mean that if I am physically exhausted but I am not mentally exhausted, that's not burnout?
We have said that burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. So they are connected.
They come in combination.
Yes. If you are burnt out, you sometimes feel physical exhaustion.
Yes.
So if you feel physical symptoms like headaches. Sometimes we feel people get headaches. Yeah. At times they find they get stomach aches and muscle aches. You really cannot move your feet to do anything. It's very important that you pay attention to that, because
very low motivation.
Low motivation. You need to pay attention to yourself, because that could be a sign of burnout.
Okay.
And then we have the mental exhaustion, where you feel mentally your energy
you can't think.
You can't think. Your energy is zero. That is not going to help at all. So that combination, the physical exhaustion plus mental, it's a time bomb.
Okay.
That one can easily find it very difficult to escape.
So it must be ongoing.
Oh yeah, it's a process. Because actually in many cases, by the time someone realizes that they are burnt out or there's burnout somewhere in their lives, they have been moving on with the exhaustion for some time, until you realize that actually I am getting into the extremes. You no longer feel the normal or the real tiredness, but now it is exhaustion.
You're almost feeling sickish all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It was making me think sometimes bosses can cause burnout on their on their employees. Let's move on.
Yes, sometimes when you have a supervisor who is not emotionally intelligent, for instance, may not be considerate to know that my subordinates or the people I supervise may need some time to take some breaks and rest from whatever they are doing, or be understanding. If I come to you as a subordinate and share with you as my supervisor how I am feeling, and you are not quick to realize that maybe this is a point where I need to take a break.
You dismiss me.
You dismiss me, you're lazy, you don't want to work. The generation today does not want to concentrate and be productive. And you dismiss someone's feelings. That may cause a burnout in someone's life.
All right. Here we also talk about solutions when we identify problems. So if I have burnout, what should I do in order to feel better?
First of all, you need to learn yourself. Get in touch with yourself and know when there's a shift in how you feel. For instance, how have you been feeling before this exhaustion came in? Some people are not aware of themselves. But when you get aware of that, then you start listening to your body and your emotions and feelings, and then you're able to say, there's a problem, I need to take a pause. So take a break off from whatever you have been doing. Know that this work you're doing will always be there. And when you are not healthy and not able to perform, you'll step aside and immediately someone else will fill in the gap.
Your position,
So take a break for your health and for yourself, for you to be re-energized and be able to plug in and be productive at the workplace.
Let me interrupt you briefly. You said before even I take a break, I must register that I'm not okay.
Oh yes.
How do I do that in this world pressure of the world? You are in, you leave work 10 p.m., then at 6 you're back, and the cycle goes on 6 days a week. How could I do that?
First of all, you need to prioritize yourself and know from this time to this time, what do I do? When do I have a break for myself? When do I attend to myself as an individual? Because what you are is what you bring at the workplace.
True.
If you don't know who you are and what you're bringing, then there's nothing you're going to give at the workplace. So audit yourself as an individual and find out where you stand mentally. Are you okay? Physically, are you okay? And then start from there. Okay.
You're a counselor. Can you help?
Oh, yes.
How do counselors help?
Okay, one thing you need to do, auditing yourself, as I said, helps you to know where you stand. If you feel physically exhausted, take a pause, pay attention to your physical needs, exercise, eat well.
Diet.
If you feel any illnesses, go to the hospital and see a physician.
Okay.
And on the mental bit of it, as a practitioner in the mental health, I would advise that once you realize that mentally you're exhausted, take a break. And if you're not able to manage your own stresses, then seek help. Professional help is available and can be of much help to help you get yourself back in place.
We have 1 minute, Susan. The employers, how can they do to help their employees not get burnt out?
They need to provide for them services like employee assistance program that provides short-term counseling services for them where they are free to consult with the mental health practitioners for support. They need to also create an environment that is encouraging for their employees to be able to perform according to their expectations. For instance, they can create a fitness workout, for instance, to address the physical wellness, because once you have done that, even the mental wellness goes along, because those two come, they go along. So those are some of the things they can do. They should also give these employees a listening ear. Sometimes you need someone to just feel what you're going through, or you just need to talk to someone, and that's enough. If you give me a listening ear, I am going to pour out whatever is bothering me, and within no minute I may be able...
That's the beginning of healing.
Exactly, because sometimes people, when they go for counseling or for support, psychosocial support, all someone needs is to just vent out whatever is bothering them. And that's good enough.
Thank you very much, Suzan, for taking us through the element of burnout. Definitely, as I always say, we don't have enough time. We could have asked for more, but if you want to learn more, you can find Suzan from Rapport Counseling and seek out for help. And for those who are employers, you can actually look for people like Suzan, counselors, professionals, to come and speak to you and help you understand and digest these things so that you can take the appropriate action. We hope we added value to you. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.